Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to my channel FBISE Quick Learning. Today we are going to discuss something very important. As you are already preparing for your annual term examination, I have designed a guest paper which covers the most important topics. And yes, 80 to 90% of the examination is expected from this guest paper. So watch till end and let's get started. Let's begin with section A, the multiple choice questions. Here are the most important multiple choice questions. If you memorize the answers to these questions, you will easily be able to tackle related multiple choice questions in the examination. Number one is a coordination compound contains a central metal ion surrounded by 6 ammonia molecules and 1 chloride ion outside the coordination sphere. If dissolved in water, how many total ions will be produced? 2, 3, 4, 5. Number two is a student compares 4-week basis with the following values of KB. W is equal to 1.5 into 10 raised power minus 3. X is equal to 4.2 into 10 raised power minus 6. Y is equal to 8.1 into 10 raised power minus 2. Z 3.4 into 10 raised power minus 5. Which base is the strongest? Number three is during nitration of benzene, concentrated nitric acid reacts with sulfuric acid to generate an electrophile, which species attacks the benzene ring. Number four is a compound with molecular formula C4H8 reacts with bromine water and decolorizes it immediately. Which type of compound is most likely present? Number five is a transition metal ion with D8 configuration commonly forms a square planar complex. Which metal ion is most likely to show this geometry? A student performs diazotization of aniline for azo dye preparation. Which condition is essential? Number seven is which halogenoalkane is most likely to undergo SN1 mechanism fastest? A compound shows strong IR absorption near 1700 cm. Which functional group is most likely present? And in electrolysis of aqueous CuSO4 using inert electrodes, which product forms at the cathode? Number 10 is which group 2 metal sulfate is least soluble in water? A hydrocarbon has a chiral carbon atom. What is the minimum number of carbon atoms required in a straight chain alkane derivative for chirality? A buffer solution contains CH3COOH and CH3COONA. On adding small amount of HCl, what happens? Number 13 is a polymer formed by repeated units of this complex is classified as during TLC, a colorless organic compound can best be detected by copper has standard reduction potential plus 0.34 volt, while zinc has minus 0.76 volt, which metal act as reducing agent in a galvanic cell. During acidic rain formation, which oxide is mainly responsible for sulfuric acid production? And the last one is an alkene undergoes ozonolysis and produces ethanol only. The alkene is most likely. So these are the most important multiple choice questions. Make sure you figure out the answers for these multiple choice questions. I will include the answers to these questions in the description below. First, you have to try it yourself, then go through the answers in the description. Now, moving to section B. These are the most important short questions. If you memorize the answers to these, you will easily be able to attempt related short questions in the examination. Let me read these important questions for you. Ionization energy generally increases across a period. Why is the ionization energy of magnesium higher than aluminum in the third period? Or you have the optional question, predict the geometry of the following coordination compound based on the coordination number and magnetic behavior. These are the complexes. The mass spectrum of an organic compound shows a molecular ion peak at MZ94 and a prominent peak at MZ77. Suggest a possible structure and identify the fragment lost. Or the optional question is, why is this complex tetrahedral but square planar? But this one is square planar. Both have nickel ion +2 zero oxidation state, explain with d orbital splitting. Question number 3 is, how many signals would appear in the C NMR spectrum of 2-methylbutane? Justify your answer by drawing the structure and labeling different carbon environments. And the optional question is, how many HNMR signals are observed in 1,2-dichloroethane and 1,1-dichloroethane? Explain the difference. Okay, question number 4 is, a chloroalkane with molecular formula C4H9Cl gives only one signal in its HNMR spectrum. Draw its structure. Optional question is, a compound C3H6O gives a single sharp peak in its HNMR spectrum. Identify the compound and justify. Write the structural formula of the polymer formed from tetrafluoroethylene. Name the polymer and give one use. Differentiate between addition and condensation polymerization with one example of each. Question number six is, an organic compound gives a positive iodoform test but does not react with Fehling solutions. Identify the functional group and give an example. Optional question is, a compound with molecular formula C2H4O gives a silver mirror with Tollens reagent but does not give iodoform test. Identify it. Number 7 is, during nitration of benzene, concentrated H2SO4 act as a catalyst. Explain its role stepwise. Optional question is, why does chlorobenzene undergo electrophilic substitution slower than benzene but directs incoming group to ortho-para positions? Question number 7 is, account for BaSO4 is insoluble in water but MgSO4 is soluble. And the optional question is, why is BeCl2 covalent but MgCl2 ionic? So you can go through the rest of the questions. Finally, section C. These are the most important long questions. If you memorize the answers to these, you will be easily able to attempt related long questions in the examination. Let me read some of the most important topics and some of the most important questions. Explain the following with reasons. Ionization energy of Mg is higher than aluminum. BeCl2 is covalent, but MgCl2 is ionic. BaSO4 is insoluble in water, while MgSO4 is soluble. Optional question is describe the preparation of bleaching powder, write its chemical formula and two uses. Compare the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates and nitrates. Why do transition metals show variable oxidation states? Give two examples. Question number 4 is calculate the standard cell potential for the galvanic cell. These are the values. You have to figure out these. Explain how a buffer solution resists change in pH. Use this complex and this as an example. CH3COH, CH3COONA as an example. Differentiate between SN1 and SN2 mechanism with example. Optional question for question number 4 is the mass spectrum of an organic compound shows molecular ion peak at MZ 122 and 124 in 1:1. Identify the halogen and number of carbon atoms. Suggest a possible structure. How many CNMR signals are present in 2-methylbutane? Draw structure and explain. And the last part is which compound gives only one HNMR signal, CH3OCH3 or CH3CH2OH? Justify. And question number 5 is starting from benzene, how will you prepare M nitrobenzoic acid? Right reaction. Aniline is treated with NaNO2 plus HCl at 0 degrees centigrade, 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, then with CuCN followed by hydrolysis, identify the final product. And third part is why a diazotization carried out at low temperature. You can go through the rest of the questions. These are the most important questions, and make sure you answer these questions before the examination. So student, this is your smart preparation plan. Section A, multiple choice question, memorize those concepts. Section B, short questions, practice those topics. And section C, long questions. I have prepared detailed solution and answers to all of these questions. You can find the link in the description below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to FBISE Quick Learning. Share this video with your classmates. Teamwork makes exam work easy. अल्लाह आपको कामयाब करे आमीन